Need another beer? Just
No, I'm
to make-
fine.
Okay.
I'm drinking non-alcoholic, actually. So.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Oh, yes, you
Yes,
are.
he is.
Wow, you're just energetic.
Yes.
Just because. I wanted to start this interview by comparing tattoos.
Alright.
So, what's the stupidest tattoo you have, and why do you have it?
The stupidest tattoo that I have
She needs it.
is probably this one. It's SOC, which stands for Shirts Off Crew. And it was when the second stage of Ozfest in '04, everybody would get completely wasted. And they didn't want to let us, like, side stage during the main bands, like Black Sabbath and Ozfest and shit. So everybody in the second stage bands, from, like, Slipknot and Every Time I Die, Unearth, everybody would fucking take off their shirt and bum rush security and run through security and just take over. And they're like, fuck, you know, knocking over gates and shit.
Right.
And then when the cops or whatever would show up, everybody would just put their shirt back on and disappear into the crowd, so they couldn't tell who they were. So it was the Shirts Off Crew. And I got this tattoo in Austria. We were out with Every Time I Die from an Israeli tattoo artist who was in an Israeli band who was playing with us.
Okay, so it wasn't actually a tattoo artist. He was a band member.
Well, I think he did tattoos back in Israel, but
'Cause
he did not very good ones, as you can see.
But that's
It's
the
kinda
good thing, because
fucked
my
up.
stupid tattoo is a dolphin on my chest here, and that's also done. Now we call it a sardine. I got it when I was 15, and that's also done by an Israeli tattoo artist. So we have something in common,
All right.
and I can feel the connection.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And we should never go to an Israeli tattoo artist again.
No, that's the reason for
You know, the
boycott.
whole thing is that, you know, by Hebrew law and stuff, Jewish law, they aren't supposed to have tattoos.
Yes.
That's maybe why their tattoo artists suck.
Ah, there you go. So, okay, you've been in bands most of your adult life. What have you learned about yourself from being in these bands?
What have I learned about myself? Fuck. Jesus, man.
Do you want to skip to the next question?
I've learned that I can... Oh, Michael!
Have your band members learned something about you being in band?
I'm sure they've learned quite a lot. I think I've learned about myself from being in this band that I'm overall a pretty open-minded person, and also that I am a glutton for punishment. I can take a lot of bullshit.
See, that's exactly what we were looking for. So, Wrath is coming out in a few weeks, and you're basically going to be on tour for the next 18 months, more or less.
Yes.
So, that basically leaves absolutely no room for being spontaneous or having any life really outside of this. Does that work for you? Are you happy with knowing what you're going to do for the rest of, like, basically till 2010 summer, or how do you feel about that?
Well, I mean, I'm already looking. I look at, like, little schedule breaks that we have. You know, we'll get 2 or 3 weeks off here or there. Like in August, we're going to have a few weeks off. So I'm going to carry my 2 kid brothers to Ireland and Scotland and just go party with them in Ireland and Scotland for a week. But it is kind of, I don't know, as far as being spontaneous, I can be spontaneous anywhere. I could be spontaneous right now in a manner that would make you horrified. You know what I mean?
That sounds like a dare. That sounds like a dare.
You know,
Coming
it could get real ugly real quick. So I'm not really worried about the spontaneity thing.
Okay.
But as far as, like, it is kind of daunting sometimes. You're like, oh my God, 18 months, what the fuck? You know?
Right.
But, you know, well, I try and have fun. I mean, what am I going to do? Sit at home and be spontaneous working at Burger King for the next 18 months?
Maybe.
I'd rather do it out here, you know.
Gotcha. So when you meet fans, what do they usually tell you or ask you?
Well,
What's the most, like, general question that you usually get when you meet a fan?
Oh man. Well, the most generic question we generally get is, like, why did you change the name from Burn the Priest to Lamb of God?
Right.
You know, and we've answered that one 800,000 times.
They ask about Delmar a lot.
Yeah, they ask about Delmar. They ask about the patch of hair on my back. You know, I have a unique patch of hair on my back.
Could you show it?
It is pretty unique.
Yeah.
If it's that unique,
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll show
come
it.
on.
They ask if they could see him a lot.
So now your fans don't have to do it anymore. They can just look at this.
Oh no, that doesn't stop them from asking. This
Just
just
you.
means now they say, "Let me see it."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Can
Kind of
I?"
like what I did.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you do? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, immediately.
That's right. Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, you need to. The camera needs to capture this. That is very weird.
So
Delmar.
he has his own MySpace.
Are you? This is.
His
Would
name
that,
is
would that totally turn you off? Like,
I'm
you're making out with some dude.
This is eat your heart out. All right, let's continue this. I got something you didn't. Okay, moving on. I heard that you're gonna be in a movie
yes,
called The Graves,
yes,
and you're Luke.
yes,
And this is something that's gonna come out next year.
yes.
What is it?
It is a movie. Is this thing made with what they call cameras, where they.
Okay.
You asked what a movie was.
I asked what you're doing in a movie.
Oh well.
Basically,
Basically,
awesome in the movie. I've seen bits and pieces.
I don't believe you. Next.
I basically am
What a bitch.
I'm basically fucking like a kind of murderous dude.
You are?
know? Yeah. I choke a girl out. I slit another girl's throat. I kind of torture two girls while they're tied up.
Was this hard getting you involved in this movie?
Absolutely not. It was wonderful.
I figured.
And then I get impaled through the face with a stick.
Wow.
At the end. Blood everywhere.
Sounds great.
It's being, they're going out to the film festivals right now, so hopefully there'll be a distributor for it. It'll come out next year.
Cool.
But it was a lot of fun.
Cool.
Acting is hard, harder than you would think.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not really good at it, so.
So go see it.
So, I'm good at killing things, so that's why my part is like that. you know.
Evil.
Yes.
Good.
Evil.
What's the craziest thing that you've seen going on backstage after a show?
The craziest thing I've ever seen.
You don't have to. Obviously, you don't have to name names. Just say what's horrified you the most.
Ooh. What has horrified me the most? That's a good.
Because I'm thinking that it might take something to really freak you out. So
Yeah.
What's really been like way over the top for you?
Well, one thing that made me fucking kind of scared one time is we were backstage on Slipknot tour, and their security guy. It was his birthday, and
I know about.
he chugged 2 big bottles of Jaeger. Chugged it. Like that big.
Nice.
That'll kill you.
Not him.
No, it didn't. He went and threw up. And but that really made me feel kind of ill watching that.
Really?
Because, that would kill most people. That's a lot. That might even kill children of Bodom.
Yeah. It just might.
That's a lot. What has disturbed me the most? Probably like, I don't know, just watching our bass player. No, I'm just joking.
Because the bass player is in the room.